ready to do my little 5-minute speech does not mean you have to leave. This is drop in till 8, so please don't feel like you have to leave. Guys, thank you for coming. I look around the room and I see so many people that aren't even part of District 14, and it means so much that you're here to support. And the thing about this race, what is so different than many things different about the last race I was in, but this race is different in that this race is about a conservative principal leader representing the 14th district. And I'm the only person in this race that can be called a conservative principal leader. Over the last 2 years, we've spent countless hours in 6.5 counties, and we had 33,000 people agree with us that this was a group of people that they felt like could really lead and make a difference. And so now we find ourselves in the position, unexpectedly, to be able to run and to represent the District 14 in the State House. And that is something I take very, very seriously, because for 2 years, the people in the 14th District, they did so much for us, my family, Holly and Tyson and I. There's no way we could ever repay them. But this is a pretty good start, and I truly mean that. My heart and my desire is to serve and to make a difference, and I have a real opportunity to do that in terms of leadership, because for 2 years, we were hours and hours and hours and hours in 6.5 counties. We built incredible relationships with various leaders in the communities, with other legislators, and leadership is about relationships. You got to have relationships before you can lead. I mean, just today I was on the phone with Eddie Smith, with Roger Kane. I talk to those guys on a daily basis. And so it's going to give us a real opportunity to represent District 14 well, because we've got those relationships. But probably even more important than that, the conservative principles of limited government, free markets, individual liberty. You'll always know where I stand, because I do my best to view everything through the lens of the Constitution. I truly do. And many of you have heard me with this quote before from James Madison. I actually wrote it in Federalist 45. He said, "The powers provided by the federal government are few and defined. The powers provided by the Constitution to the states are numerous and indefinite." And our country is in a very challenging time. And it highlights the desperate need for continued conservative leadership in the states. In the states, Rick Perry said it many times, these states are these laboratories of innovation where the change that we desperately need in the country can come from. And so representing District 14 gives us an opportunity to have a voice. We need a conservative voice there. My opponent is a Republican in name only. I'm not going to spend time going over that, but I would ask you just to look. And it's important that we maintain a conservative voice in this seat. Somebody who's going to steward resources well, somebody who's going to be accessible, who's going to be authentic, who's going to be accountable, and who's going to provide that active leadership. We have proven over the last 2 years that we can affect events, change mindsets, and change the trajectory. And that's exactly my heart and what my plan is to do in the state. So I thank you for being here. I truly, truly appreciate your support. This one is all about turnout. All about turnout. So when you guys leave here, you got to tell as many people as you can. So, Speaker Harwell said that she thinks 1,500 people will show up to vote in this election. And I was told from an elected official that my opponent has got a list of 2,200 Democrats that she's targeting to bring to the polls. Guys, we forget me, we need to be engaged in this process. And so please tell as many people as you know. Please help us spread the word. Take some push cards. All the push cards are up here. Take them, hand them out. The good news is, and Brian will love this, the good news is you got a year to evaluate me. And if you don't like the job I do, just vote me out and bring somebody else next time. You got 1 year to evaluate. Because if given the opportunity to serve, I'd have to run again. But this is a community I've been a part of for 23 years. I love the people of the 14th District. Went to Farragut High School. The Deacon at First Baptist Concord. I own a business in Farragut. I love the people there because they've done so much for us. So please, 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 this one is worth it. And so please help us spread the word. Early voting starts next Thursday. I was knocking on doors in Sedgefield, and some lady, she kept saying, "Now is this 2016?" I said, "No, ma'am. This is in August 12th of 15." And she said, "Well, when was all this announced?" And I said, June, whatever it was, 14th, 15th. And she said, "Well, that's not a very long time to campaign." I said, "That's a great news." I said, "We're already in the stretch one and we just started." So early voting starts next Thursday, July 23rd, and runs through August 7th. Early voting has changed in Farragut. It'll be at Farragut High School. It's not going to be at Farragut Town Hall. It'll be at the high school, downtown west, or the city county building for any of those diehards that want to make the trip downtown. So please grab people, take them with you. Again, 1,500 to 2,000 people may show up. We want to get 5,000 votes. We don't even want this to be close. We need a sense of urgency. I have a sense of urgency about this. We need to make sure we maintain this seat. So please walk with us a few more weeks. Again, some of you guys have been doing this for almost 3 years now. So we're in the stretch run, a couple more weeks. So the primary is August 12th. So if you miss early voting, you show up on August 12th. Thank you guys for being here. Please, food, music, and all that stuff.